Hello friends. I want to talk just a little bit in this video about dialogue in a story. And many of you, I'm sure, already are aware of this and know what this is about. But for some who might only be starting or you aspire to write your own story, I want to just mention this for the benefit of those. This is something that is essential in a story. In walks of life, people you encounter, everyone you've known, everyone that you're connected with, you know that everyone doesn't talk the same way. It could be based on their background, their education, their region in the country, and various other things. But people talk differently. Everyone doesn't talk the same. And so in your story, that will also be true. Dialogue is very helpful in when someone begins to read your story. It helps sometimes for the reader to know who's talking, because you don't always specifically say that he said or she said. And so that helps people to immediately realize who is speaking at any given time. So it's helpful in that. Now, sometimes this is easier to achieve than at other times. As you think about a localized area of the country, people will talk more closely to the same way, but there are still variances. And so it's important to outline this, and it's important to include this. It makes the story more real, more believable, and easier to understand and easier to follow. So it's important. Now, this is easier to achieve at other times, sometimes than others, as I mentioned. Personally, for me, it has been, based on the story, it is easier to accomplish. For instance, if my character is leaving New York to possibly meet the man of her dreams, and he's in the Deep South, so you have an immediate difference in the way that they communicate and the way they speak. And then someone's age, what part of the country and how someone was raised. Your grandfather probably doesn't talk the same way that you do. So there's an element of age and the way someone is brought up. As far as science fiction, one of my stories was very easy to accomplish the dialogue in that story, because in my Lensis Optima story, it's about a space station where 9 different species of aliens interact. So they don't all talk the same way. One of those groups, I sort of made that race of beings to speak more or less like we do here in this country. They use contractions in their speech, and the other aliens did not. One of those groups is a primitive, tribalistic species of aliens, and so they don't talk the same way. And then others are star dwellers. They are energy beings that inhabit stars, and their communication is only understandable through pulses of light and brightness and things such as that. And so dialogue, it's very important. It's needed, and not always as easy to accomplish as in others. The story that I'm currently working on it's easy. It's very easy to do, because the two of the main characters are people who are from one specific region, and as the story progresses, they will come in contact with, for instance, a blacksmith, probably then someone who's in the military. And as the story progresses, then eventually come in contact with a princess or a king, in addition to probably at least 2 antagonists. So there's lots of room there for me to accomplish and get the dialogue taken care of in this story. So that's just something that I believe some of you will find helpful. Even if you are already aware of this, you know it's important. If you're aware, you know the importance. For the beginner, it's something that needs to be accomplished and will help your story greatly. So thanks for listening, and thanks for the support, and I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope you have a good day and a good story as a result.